Hey YouTubers, this is Neil Z, and I got another X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you. This is another pretty old one I thought I'd share with you since it was a pretty close one. So let's jump right into it. The opponent of this video is Godwin, who I believe has a YouTube channel somewhere, so if you see this, post a comment so I can link back your channel. Alright, I'm going to lead off with Donphan, and he's going to lead off with, who is that? Oh, Halucha. So, I didn't really want to switch anything. I don't have anyone that wants to switch into anything this thing has, so I just stayed in and go for Stone Edge as he went for High Jump Kick. Does a little under half to me, and it does just over half to him, so I figure I can stay in and take it out so long as Stone Miss doesn't miss. Now he's going to fling, revealing he has King's rocking. Of course, I'm going to flinch to that. Not too much of a problem, though, because I'm just going to regain almost all my health back just from leftovers. So now he's going to go for an encore, lock me in the Stone Miss. And right here I'm just praying I don't miss. And guess what happens? I hit. Stone Miss hits twice in a row, so that was pretty lucky. So now that's Halucha down. Next up, after the leftover recovery, next up will be Elizabeth. Who was that? Oh, this Furfro. This tanky thing, it has that ability fur coat that has all physical attacks. So I go into Vaporeon here thinking I need to attack it from the special side. And he's going to go for Baby That All Eyes, trying to lower Donphan's attack, but since I switched into Vaporeon, it doesn't really matter. But now he's going to reveal he has Snarl, which is going to start lowering my special attack. I'm going to stay in and go for the Skull, just trying to get a burn on this thing. Because if I can get some residual damage, that'll really help to cancel out that leftover recovery. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty hard to take down. So he's going to go for another Skull. Not Skull, Snarl. And that's going to lower my special attack again. I should have used that turn to predict that and go to the Bisharp that turn. But I guess I was really trying to get a burn, and I finally get it. So yeah, that's that leftovers recovery kind of canceled out. So right here, I'm going to switch out after all the little damage right here. Kind of getting ahead of the video. Yeah, right here, I'm going to switch out in the Bisharp, hoping he goes for Snarl again. And indeed, he does go for Snarl, and that's going to hit me and lower my special attack, but that's not going to matter since I'm a physical attacker, and B, I've got Defiance. So that was basically a free sword dance for me. Just a lot of recovery and a lot of burn animation got to go through. So I'm just going to go straight for Iron Head. I'm guessing you just leave it in to die, not really have anything to switch this into. So now he's going to bring out his Kingdra. And right here, he's going to go for Skull. I should have went for Sucker Punch right here, but I didn't want to risk him going for a boosting move or something. So I just stayed in, got burned, but since Defiant activated, that's all it did was cancel out the boost. So I just go straight for Night Slash right here. And I just lived like 5 HP after the burn. I go for Sucker Punch there thinking he might try to attack me, but he just goes for Focus Energy, which tells me that's one of those scope lens Kingdras with the sniper ability. So right here I'm gonna go into Gardevoir, thinking I can take whatever it's got at me, because Skull won't do that much and Dragon Pulse won't affect me at all. So I'm gonna try to Mega Evolve right here, mainly to increase my special defense as much as I can, because I figure, well, I can pretty much take anything it has, except for one thing. I didn't know Kingdra got Flash Cannon. So yeah, super effective, and it's gonna crit me. So yeah, no chance of living that. So that was basically Gardevoir wasted right there, which really sucked. This thing was starting to sweep. I was scared the thing was about to sweep me. So I'm gonna go for Ice Star, just trying to whittle his HP down just a little bit more. He's gonna finish Donphan off, which Donphan pretty much couldn't. Donphan, he could have done something later, but I just needed him to try to whittle this Kingdra down just a little bit more, so I can send an Arcanine in, so I can finish it off with an extreme speed. So that's that threat out of the way. I'm glad I was able to take it out, because I probably would have lost the game right there if I couldn't. Okay, so now Ketleon comes in. I'm just gonna go for Flamethrower, because that's the best thing I got to hit it with. We get a really lucky burn too, which is gonna help kill this thing a lot faster. I'm gonna go for the Protean Power-Up Punch. It's one of those power-up punch boosting sets I've seen lately. So, and it's got Life Orb, so that's gonna die in like the next hit. He's gonna go for Sucker Punch. That's gonna do with the Protean boost. It's gonna do about, excuse me, did a decent amount even with that burn. And again, he's at -1 thanks to Power-Up Punch. So that's that thing down. So now in Tankdra, this Dragolage, this algae-looking dragon Pokemon, I just go for Extreme Speed, because that's really the best thing I got to hit it with. So that's Arcanine down. So now I'm going to send in Vaporeon, because Vaporeon's packing Ice Beam, and I figure I can at least two-hit it. This thing's pretty bulky, so it can survive at least one non-stabbed Ice Beam. And it survives it pretty well, and that was a crit too. I'm going to go for Toxic to try to wear me down, but I'm carrying the Lumberry, so that was basically one free turn I got to get an Ice Beam off. So right here, I'm going to go for Ice Beam again, hoping to take it out, and it just barely lives with like a sliver, and he goes for Toxic. So which is going to suck, because I don't have Heal Bell on this thing. Now right here, after all this toxic damage, I should have just threw up a Wish, because usually Protect goes up right after a Toxic. But I was thinking maybe he'd go ahead and try to just do some damage to try to go ahead and finish me off. But that didn't happen. So now I'm going to try to go for Ice Beam again after all this toxic damage. Excuse me. Except he's going to go for Protect again and get a double Protect off, which was really getting a little annoying, just getting stalled out like that. But that's just how it goes. So after that double Protect, I'm finally going to get an Ice Beam off, I think. Yeah, I finally get an Ice Beam off and take the Dragolage out. So now I think he's down to one last Pokemon, which is Zoroark, I think. Yeah, it's Zoroark. So now I really got nothing else to do, so I just threw up a Wish because I thought he'd go ahead and kill me right here, but he sets up the Nasty Plot, I guess preparing for Goodra, because I still had Goodra left. But I threw up a Wish here, in which case I probably should have went ahead and just threw up a Scald, just try to get some damage in. But since I went down to the toxic damage this turn, I will be able to get the benefits of that Wish this next turn, so long as I survive a hit. So now, and Goodra's pretty bulky too, so even after a +2, Goodra won't be one-shotted by Zoroark, but it still does a lot. Does well over half, so I'm going to hit it with a Dragon Pulse and hit it down into the red, nearly taking it out, and I get fully healed. So I'm thinking, well, if I can probably win this game so long as I A, don't get critted, or B, get flinched. And of course I get flinched, so that right there cost me the game anyway. But it was a pretty close battle anyway, so good game, Godwin. If you see this, just let me know in the comment section so I can link back to your channel. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll probably see one more video maybe of this team before I move on to the second team I made. So this is Neil Swordman Z. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thank you and good night.